Congratulations again to Kyle. I'm Becky Detrich, and I'm here to announce our second recipient. And this recipient has gotten awarded the scholarship from the Ralph L. Smith Foundation, who Scott just introduced over there. Thank you so much for your generosity for the, I believe it's the third year in a row. Thank you so much. So this year's recipient for the Ralph L. Smith Foundation scholarship is this darling young woman named Megan Brown. I was on the scholarship committee the last few years, and this year when I read her application, I was so struck by how cool she sounded, and just so normal, yet so above and beyond what I was at that age, and what pretty much many of us, no offense to all of you in the room, but come on. So I was looking at, where she goes to school and all of her activities and her GPA, which is like a 4.4, and her resume was longer than mine is, and I'm 25 years older than she is, and I just was so impressed. So Megan is a senior at Regis Jesuit High School. Many of my nieces have gone through Regis. So I cheated. I texted my niece Charlotte and I said, tell me a little something about this Megan Brown girl. And she said, what do you mean? And I said, well, I can't really tell you what's going on, but I'm on a committee and I might be meeting her. And she said, well, I don't know what you know or what you're looking at, but I can promise you that she's better in person than she is on paper. And I have to be honest, right then and there, I was like, well, she's getting this scholarship. She's kind of a shoo-in. And then we met her, and all of us on the committee, when she left the room, we just said, well, that is a no-brainer. She is so impressive. She's been involved at Regis from the day she entered school. She was a Kairos leader there, which anyone who knows the community of Regis understands the importance and the depth of what an honor that is to be a Kairos leader. She's just a leader in general, inside and outside the classroom. She's been a mentor. She volunteers constantly. I don't know how she has the time to do all of this and keep up this 4.4 GPA. Anyway, I don't know what more to say other than, Megan, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, and welcome Megan Brown to the stage.
Thank you so much, Becky. Almost made me cry. Hello, my name is Megan Brown, and I'm a senior at Regis Jesuit High School, like Becky said. I want to start off by thanking First Tee Board Chair Susie Martin and all of the First Tee Board members for running this incredible organization. You all have truly created something so special to so many people. I would also like to thank the Ralph L. Smith Foundation for sponsoring my scholarship. Your generosity is instrumental to my future next year. Growing up, I frequently informed my parents that stick sports were just not my thing. I believe that sports like tennis, hockey, and golf required a level of skill and coordination that I simply did not have. So, when my mom signed me up for First Tee, the summer before 5th grade, to say the least, I was furious. After learning that my participation in this stick sport was concretely non-negotiable, one moment please, I sucked up my pride and prepared for the first day. After saying goodbye to my mom, I walked with all of the unfamiliar faces to the golf course. The instructor gathered us up in a group And as I prepared myself for some dreadfully boring lecture on how to hold a stick, which I later called a golf club, I was surprised when I heard him speak one word: confidence. He told us how it did not matter where we were coming from, how much we knew about golf, or how athletic we were. He explained that it only mattered that we took this time to grow in our self-confidence and to learn more about others and ourselves. All of a sudden, golf lessons became life lessons. As you know, the First Tee aims to educate and inspire youth through the game of golf. Yes, that summer, I did learn how to hold a golf club and how not to hold a golf club. But more importantly, I learned how to believe that I could succeed at something even if it was new and different. I learned how to work with a team. I learned how to find confidence in stepping out of my comfort zone. These are invaluable lessons to anyone, and the fact that they were accessible to me as a mere 5th grader speaks to the power of this program. I returned to First Tee several summers in a row after the initial one, and I've continued to lean on the skills they offered throughout different aspects of my life. And during high school, I decided to try out for the field hockey team because I told myself, hey, if you can conquer one stick sport, what is stopping you from conquering another? Flash forward 4 years and 1 ACL surgery later, and I played my senior season as the starting varsity defender. Alongside helping me grow into a confident young woman ready to take on any stick sport, First Tee's guidance also made me aware of the value in helping others grow in their own self-confidence. I currently coach a Special Olympics basketball team at Regis, Jesuit, where my athletes teach me how to live with authenticity and bravery each day. The majority of the athletes are older than me, and I'm honored and humbled to go through each season with them. Their ability to bring out the beauty in each moment in this precious life is something that I will always admire. I also coach a 5th grade basketball team at my former middle school, St. Vincent de Paul, where I aim to help the girls recognize their potential and foster the same confidence I gained from First Tee. Leading 8 5th grade girls into a basketball season was a little daunting at first. I wanted to be their friend, but I also wanted them to learn something, anything from the season. On top of all of this, I just wanted them to have a good time. Experiencing these different expectations I had set for myself really made me appreciate all that the instructors do for First Tee. After our first couple basketball practices, I realized that they were perfectly content when I just offered them the awkward, clumsy, giggly Megan. Kids appreciate integrity, and they have taught me the value in embracing who I am during the last 4 years and beyond. I've not decided where I'm going to school next year. I have some great options, and the scholarship eases the financial burden that comes with college. I will enter freshman year as a biology major, and whether this path turns into a medical profession or something else, I'm not sure. Right now, the only thing that I feel certain in is that wherever I go, I will find a way to serve others and to give back to my community. I see myself volunteering at the local elementary school in the town I end up in, and maybe even coaching them a stick sport or two. I see myself signing up for the service trips across the globe, instigating change worldwide. I see myself speaking up for those who cannot advocate for themselves. I will continue to be an active part of my school, community, and beyond. As I look forward to next year, I think back to that unsure 5th grade girl who was terrified to take a step into the unfamiliar. The main difference between myself and her is that I now have the confidence that first instructor reminded me to focus on. Thank you again, First Tee, for all that you have done for me, and to the Ralph L. Smith Foundation for funding my scholarship. Lastly, I would also like to extend a thank you to the sport of golf, my very first stick sport, for giving a basis to the organization that has taught me so much. Thank you.